Evening, everybody. It's Saturday night, my friends, and I am back finally. After a little bit, a little bit later start than I wanted to. I was going to go, live a little bit earlier, just slightly earlier. But I was enthralled by sorry, I'm moving something around here. I was enthralled by Kurt's walk to the far lands there. He literally just got to the far lands in Minecraft after 14 and a half years of walking. Just a few minutes ago, like 3 minutes before 9 p.m. I wanted to stay there, just kind of watch that a little bit before I went live. So there you go. But yeah, so congratulations to Kurt J. Mac for that. That's fantastic. It is really crazy and awesome. Meantime, I'm here. I guess I need to start writing my Java engine. I guess I gotta do some progress on my Java engine here, trying to learn and get things rolling here. We'll see how that goes. I don't know what these. Is this something new? Yeah, I don't know where these colored things came from. I guess this must have updated or something. I have no idea. It says updates available. Yeah, I don't remember these colored swatches being here. Whatever. Anyway, I don't even know what they mean. It's a hell of a thing when, like, your IDE, like something in the IDE updates and it gives you something that is probably supposed to be useful, but there's no explanation to it, so you're just like, I don't know what that thing is for. If I click on it, was it? It's just highlighting it. Roll back lines. Oh, is it doing some kind of weird get blame here? No, I don't have anything with get blame on. What does this do? No idea. No idea what that's supposed to do. None whatsoever. No, yep. I got nothing. Anyway, my friends. So yeah, we're just trying to walk through the execution of the various classes here in the engine. I don't know why every time I start streaming, I yawn. I don't know. I haven't yawned all day. As soon as I start streaming, it's like yawn fest. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't. We're stepping through the execution here of and trying to bring this up to speed with what changes have happened to the book that I've been trying to follow, at least partially follow, and we'll see where we're at with it. So we're in the Vulcan scene renderer here. So what's the What are they doing here? Okay, this was my forward render that I renamed to more closely match what they have. They've got a lot of stuff here that I don't know how much I want to bring in or not bring in. I guess I gotta just kind of roll with everything they have here. Yeah. Where do I even start? So I've got, they don't have any command buffers or anything. They move their command buffers to another. They move the command buffers up to a different class, right? Whatever one we were in before. They have a command buffer Java. They have a yeah, they have the render class. They put their command buffers up in the render class, which I kind of did as well, yeah. Yeah, I have the command buffer and command pools there. Although there's apparently, okay, command pools. Right, so I have to change that. Command pools. We gotta loop over the command pools and clean them up, right? So models has no usages yet. I'm gonna keep that though. Keep that thought anyway. But we're up to Vulkan scene renderer, which apparently doesn't need command pools anymore. Doesn't look like it. So we'll get rid of that from here. What was I using the pool for? Make it Vulkan command buffer. Oh, for the swap chain image views. Okay. So get rid of that. Right, and then a bunch of references to command buffers here, which I'm assuming goes away because they don't have any references in here, right? Let's see. Command handle. Command handle. Command buffer get that. There's a command buffer here. Which is called, okay, that's called directly from scene rent, or directly from render. Okay. Or it just passes in a command buffer directly. Okay, so apparently don't need this right now. Although it's going to be turn it down just a little bit there, just in case. All right, so it's going to be what are they doing? For projection matrix. See what they're doing first here. Clear value color, clear value depth. But why do they need it here? That's what's annoying me, is why do they need it here? You've got it. Like when you create the surface. Not the surface. What was that? Wasn't there a place? Image views. Um, no image views. So I swear there was a place where we were already setting up the background color. I don't know. Well, if I don't transform this into something that looks similar to what they have, then I'm never going to be able to figure out how anything's working. So even though even though it might be the stupidest thing ever, I have to do it, or else I'm not going to be able to follow what's in this book. There we go. Stop slouching here. Get myself to also stop sitting sideways in the chair. All right. You know, as much as I love this chair, I really like what it does. For whatever reason, like because the arms aren't. So like the arms can come in and out like this, you know, side to side. For whatever reason, it causes me to like slouch to the side here, and it's really starting to destroy my other hip, my opposite hip. I need these, like, I don't know if there's a way. There might be a way to lock these. I mean, there's so many freaking hidden buttons on this thing. It wouldn't surprise me if there was a way to just kind of lock the arms from being able to move, so I could just move this one side in real close and then not be leaning on it like that. But I don't know if that's gonna. I don't know if that's actually gonna help. Anyway, the perils of getting old, friends. I think the other thing too is there's really no, like, even though I have a new desk and everything, and I've kind of, this one is much less cluttered than my previous one. There's still really no good place to put the microphone. So, and I tend to lean towards the microphone when I'm having to use it. For years I've wanted to have one like that's basically in front of me, but it's not, there's no, I have to sort of rearrange, so I'm not sure how I can do it and not have it block the monitor a little bit, because I have a tall monitor here. And you know, I've got the monitor stand which has 4 monitors on it, and I can kind of make the 2 bottom monitors go up a little bit, but I'm also worried that it's going to be too top heavy at that point. I mean, it shouldn't be. It should be able to handle it, but it's given that the desk goes up and down, you know, I'm always afraid that it's going to just like the vibrations of it moving up and down, and one of these days is just going to break the thing. You know? If I have too much up at the top, like the monitors up on the top are smaller and not as heavy. And these monitors aren't that heavy either. I mean, we're talking LCD monitors, so they're not like, you know, they're not the old CRTs by any stretch of the imagination, but they do have a little bit of girth on them. I'm trying to think of what I tile this. Can I? I knew it was one of these keys. The problem with, I know people love tiling window managers and stuff, but I find it doesn't work when you've got an IDE that's got nonsense on both sides. Just not enough text fits. I don't. What these are used for here. I mean, it's set there and then it's used. Create color attachments info. I mean, it's private, so it's only used here. Same with the depth. Guess I'll just make the change. I'm just annoyed because this feels, I don't know why. They don't really explain their thought patterns behind the way they've designed their book. They just say, you just need this next, and here's the next thing you need, and here's the next thing you need. They never stop to say why the hell you're doing things. I mean, they kind of do, but then they don't say, like, they say why you're doing things in the context of, like, using the Vulkan engine, but they don't say why they're doing things in the context of what they're trying to build in the book. You know, they just say, this will become relevant, 5 chapters from now. It's like, but if you would at least let me know what your thought process is, then I could get on board and instead of just sitting here wondering why the hell you're doing this here and you've done it already somewhere else. But let's just suck it up here, I guess. Clear value. 1, 2, and 3. 0, 1, 2, and 3. All right. Okay. And then okay, clear value, color. All right. So this first one is, just put this down here for right now. Private, clear value. Okay, so we have those. The next thing is create depth attachments. So we have a depth attachments. Put that down here just so I can see what's going on. So depth attachments. So this is where the swap chain comes in. Okay. Create depth images. So this is really create depth attachments. Damn you. Create depth attachments, and then how anything else there, right? Pipeline. All right, so create depth attachments takes the swap chain in. All right, and swap chain get number of images. Okay. So VK extent to the swap chain. Extent is extent. Depth attachments, okay. So they're still doing the depth attachments here, but they don't have it as a... Well, that's what they're returning. Okay. All right, so... depth attachments. So we're doing new. Width and height. Figured I would do that. So then this is this Vulkan attachment. New array list, and then so just do depth attachments and Vulkan attachments. That's the width and the height. Depth format. VK format D16. Okay. So what is that? That's VK format D16. That is I think that said it was 124. It's 124. Why won't you tell me what you are now? Here it is, 124, okay. Then image, usage, depth stencil attachment, okay. Then return that. Okay. All right, so that's, they have an override of it too. So chain device. Do I need do I use device in here somewhere? Oh yeah, I do. Okay. All right, so we have that. We've got an override of it that does what? Oh, this is create depth attachments info. Which I might already have. And the other thing. Where's that? Where's this called from? Okay. A little bit later after this other one. Create depth attachments info. Okay. So create depth attachments. do that for a second. So you have the depth attachments. So then this takes the, what does this take? Swap chain and device. All right, so we've got that. And then that returns depth attachments there. Okay. Create color attachments info. All right, so create color attachments info. Let me see if I already have that. Attachments, no, it doesn't look like. EK rendering attachment info. Make sure, yeah, okay. Don't have that over there. So let's go make this in here, I guess. Okay. Bring attachment info. Array. Rendering attachment info dot buffer. Create color attachments info. See what it takes in a moment here. But more than likely it's going to take memory stack at least. Or not. So it needs a swap chain. And that's it? Question mark. Okay. What does it need? It just needs a number of images. Is that all it's using the swap chain for? Because you just pass the number of images in. Yeah, it's pass the number of images in there. Okay, so okay. Attachment info buffer. Array list. And then for 0, I is less than number of images. Plus I, really? So attachments. Oh, I do need the whole swap chain. It's being used there. Okay. Okay, so attachments add attachment info call colic 1. Type defaults. Image view. Swap chain. Get image views. Get I. Get ID. Image layout is VK 14 VK. Image layout. Attachment optimal. Oops. KHR. KHR synchronization 2. Optimal KHR, okay. Load up is VK 14 VK. Load up clear. Let me make sure it's correct. Yeah, and then store up. Okay. And I gotta pass the clear value in. Okay. So it's clear value here. VK clear value. All right. And then return attachments. Okay, got that. Let's do the crate depth attachments while we're in here. I'm going to assume, or not crate depth attachments info. So I'm going to assume I don't have that. Let me just check. No. All right. Static list VK rendering attachment info. Depth attachments info. All right, Vulkan swap chain and Vulkan attachments and the clear value. All right, so okay, and what we got? Number of images is watching get number of images. Let's make our list first so I can see it here. For int I is 0, I is less than number of images, I plus. All right. So we're doing attachment infos add, and we're saying okay, rendering attachment info calllook. Image view is attachments get I. Nope. Depth attachments get by. Get view. Get ID. Layout. These are all VK10. Yes, okay. VK14. VK image. Layout. Depth stencil. Depth stencil attachment optimal. Which is 3. That's 3. Okay. Load up. A14. Attachments. Load up clear, which is 1. That's 1. Store PK attachment store up, don't care. There's also 1. That's 1. Okay. Store up, don't care. And then clear value. Set the clear value. All right. All right, so I got both of those in there. So now I can come back to here and let's see what we're doing here. Oh. What are we doing? So we're saying create. So we did create depth attachments, right? So then create depth attachments. Do I need pipeline cache or anything here? I do have a crate pipeline. We have the scene. We don't have the scene. Get rid of the pipeline cache right now. Because the other one was just pipeline, right? Which we do have. Okay, I got these, I got the depth attachments, so now we're doing attachment info color. Okay. So create, so create color attachments info with the swap chain and clear value color, I guess. Yes. And then the depth is that one. All right, so private. What does this return? List VK rendering attachment info buffer. The other one is VK rendering attachment info. See, they do info buffer for the info color and then just info for info depth. I don't know why. That's what they're doing. So here's the attachment info color, create depth. What's that? Attachment info depth equals utils, create depth attachments info, swap chain, depth attachments. Clear value depth, I guess. Probably. Yes. Okay. Info color, info depth, and then I have render pass, but I have render info. Create render info. VK rendering info. This looks self-contained. So, create render info. So I got create render pass. which is not the same thing. Okay, create rendering info. All right, let's do this one here. I feel like I have somewhere else where I have these as well, but we've got duplicates, we got duplicates. It's just, we'll fix that as we go. Oh, great. I got color attachments, depth attachments, and swap chain. Bring attachment info buffer. And PK rendering attachment info. So we've got number of images is swap chain. Number of images. Do lists. PK rendering info. Okay. Push. PK extent to the extent. Swap chain get extent. Okay, rect to the coloc stack extent. What does that give me? Okay, rect 2D. Yeah, I guess I should have figured that. Alright, for I is 0, I is less than number of images. Plus plus. Rendering infos add. Okay, what are we putting here? Doing VK. Rendering info. Coloc. Let's type defaults. Render area. Count is 1. Color attachments is attachment is, let's just get I. All right. And then turn rendering infos. All right, not bad. Oof. Ugh. Ugh. All right, so that's the create render info. And then we just save the list of that. After this one, so private list rendering info. Rendering info, we need the swap chain. And then attachment info color. Attachment info depth. Okay. I don't have a create swap chain render pass here, so I don't know. I think that might be the thing that they're kind of getting rid of. Question mark. I'm going to keep it there. I'm going to move these down because we're going to do, looks like shader modules now. Create shader. Create shader modules. Shader, vertex shader. Okay. Did I make a... I think I left the shaders relatively alone. Because shader program has a list of shader modules in it. Which I think is basically what they're doing here. Alright, create shader modules. Yeah, because shader modules is going into the pipeline. Okay. What else is in shader program here? Just device. I feel like this can just stay as it is. Cause I have a get modules on here, right? Yeah. Well, yeah, maybe I don't need the wrapper for it, but or maybe I can use this to my advantage here and have this, move this one thing over. Like, move this create shader modules into it, question mark. Maybe. Not, nah, I guess not. Because it's going to check. Compile if modified. Yeah, I mean, these are the shaders for the scene, so I guess it kind of makes sense to be here. But I don't mind the separate method to do it, so let's do that. And then let's see what we need here when I pull these down into there. Device. I think everything else is the same. Vertex, shader file, GLSL, shader, fragment shader. Shader stage. Vertex bit, fragment bit, okay. Yeah, that's fine. So then over here we just say Stat shader program equals create shader program. That's fine. And then push constants. So push constants buffer. Whoops. Push constants buffer is something new here. Just a byte buffer. Okay. So private byte buffer. Constant size. Okay, we'll need that. So push constant size is static final int push constant size what is the utility file that I was using? The Vulkan utils? It was Vulkan constants, I thought. Vulkan's graphics constants, that's what it is. 4x4 size plus length. Alright, so then down here alright, and then we have the scripter set vertex uniforms. Which are just layouts. Okay. So we want private and we want they have fragment storage. Texture. And they have the texture sampler as well. Texture sampler info. Okay. So let's pull that down here. That is new-ish. Alright, so structure set layout. So this, that. Oops, I did this wrong. Because I was looking at their variables and getting confused. Uniform descriptor layout. Descriptor set layout. Device. New info. Okay, VK14, VK descriptor type uniform buffer. Zero, one, VK shader stage vertex bits. Okay. Okay, we got that. Oh. Buffer projection matrix. Create host visible buffer. It's going to be a thing here. So buffer projection matrix is just a VK buffer. All right. Just a VK buffer. Huh? Why do I have a whole bunch of things here? What the? Private. VK buffer. Orb of Vulcan. Oh, it's. That's fine. Never mind. Buffer projection. Action matrix buffer. So then this is doing utility. Create host of visible buffer. Why does this feel like a method I've already created? Feels like I've already created something like this. Create. Huh, I guess I never did. Alright. Yeah, whatever. Buffer. Buffer. Buffer size, usage. Okay, and so we do. What are we doing here? Welcome buffer. New buffer. Device. Size, usage, and then we give it a mask, which is so VK 14 VK memory property. Post visible bit board with 14 VK memory property post coherent bits. Okay. And then descriptor allocator. Descriptor allocator. Okay, so I needed the descriptor allocator in here too. Oh. Ah. Do that. Descriptor. Allocator. And descriptor set. ID layout. Okay. Doesn't like layout though. Wait, what am I doing? No, not get descriptor set. Descriptor sets. Okay, device ID. Count is just 1. Right? Yeah, count just 1, and then descriptor set layouts. And this returns one. This returns the list of descriptor sets. Okay. New descriptor sets. Add descriptor sets. Just available space. Okay. So I'll bring that back. So it's only going to bring back the 1, which is fine. First. Right, and then set buffer device buffer requested size. Binding and descriptor type. Okay, so Info type. All right. And then turn buffer. Okay, so I have that. So that brings me back here. We're saying local utils, create host visible buffer, device, allocate descriptor. What does it to say allocator for right now? Size. Is graphics constants, the matrix size. Okay, 14, okay, buffer usage. Uniform buffer bits. The ID. Okay, and they just have set the scene descriptor ID projection. Whatever. And descriptor layout. Vertex uniform. Descriptor layout. So the only problem there is the allocator, descriptor allocator. So where the hell? Where do we? I guess I gotta pass that into here. Probably. Yeah. We're not using scene anymore, so okay. So I'll take care of that part, although I'll have to change how we call it. That's fine. Okay. I'm going to stand up and stretch for a moment, friends. And I'll be right back. Enjoy the music. On second thought, friends, I think I'm gonna stop here. Um, I know it was a short stream. I didn't really get a whole lot done, but back is hurting me, legs are hurting me, and I just kind of need to. I didn't start. I should have started earlier, is what I should have done, but I was too enthralled in other things. So yeah, we're just gonna stop there for tonight. Apologies on the shorter stream, but it's just kind of, it is what it is. I know I have a lot of stuff to do here, and it feels like we're not getting a whole lot done, and we're not. But you know, sometimes you only get about 6 lines of code done, done in a day. It's just the way it is. Yeah, we're just gonna stop there, friends. Thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out, keep me company, and all those things. Tomorrow night we'll be back with most likely I'll be doing some more No Man's Sky. Most likely. It's a little bit of a toss-up in my head because I want to do more No Man's Sky, but at the same time, I've been kind of also been playing this other game called Motortown, which has got me a little bit, but I kind of want to do a little bit more of No Man's Sky. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll figure out what I'm in the mood for then. But yeah, thank you so much, everyone, for watching. If you happen to come across this on the YouTubes and you have a like and or a subscribe that you can toss my way, that would be really great and awesome. It helps out tremendously, and I appreciate it greatly. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Hope everyone has an excellent morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on what it is for you. I hope to see you back here again in the future for some more stuff, whatever happens to suit your fancy. Until then, see you bye.
Same old story. Boy finds girl, boy loses girl, girl finds boy. Boy forgets girl, boy remembers girl. And girl dies in a tragic blimp accident over the Orange Bowl on New Year's Day.
Good year.
No, the worst.